Coming to a seated, comfortable, easy position. This home practice just for you to loosen through the whole body for those days where you can't get to a class. So gently closing down the eyes, bringing your awareness to your surroundings. Any sounds you can hear from outside the room. Any sounds from within. Perhaps you're playing some beautiful music for your practice today. Any smells that drift in and out. Sensations on your skin. As you feel your breath coming and going. Bringing yourself to this present moment. Not thinking about any remembered past or any imaginary future. Just this present in-breath and out-breath. So gently open your eyes and bring yourself down onto your back into this semi-supine position. So you're laying down and your knees are bent and comfortably hip width apart as your head rests on the floor. Your arms gently by your sides. So once again you acclimatise to the floor, feeling the contact your head has with the floor, the length of your arms and hands and the weight of your shoulders and back, your hips and your feet on the floor. As you feel your breath moving the belly, chest, the ribs, into the sides of the ribs and the floor, feeling your whole body expand with the in-breath and contract with the out-breath. On your next out-breath, just letting your knees go off to the left side. Breathing in, bring the knees back in. And breathing out, taking them out to the other side. So using the breath to move the body from side to side. We get to check in with how our hips and lower back are feeling. As you breathe in, come back to the center once more. Just bringing the right knee up over the chest, wrapping the hands around the knee. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, gently pulling, drawing that knee towards the chest. And as you breathe in, push the knee away into the hands. Perhaps it straightens your elbows, pulls the shoulders up, giving you a nice stretch there. Out breath, drawing in. In breath, pushing away. Perhaps you feel to take your left leg long. Just intensifies this movement, this Apanasana, just a little bit more. One last one here. Before bringing both legs back over the chest, releasing off the lower back, perhaps gently rocking side to side, drawing in and out. This time we'll place the right foot on the floor, and we'll hang on to the left knee. You take a breath in as you breathe out, drawing in and pushing away in the in-breath. Now your mind will do that comparison. It likes to think, the mind. You can think about how this feels compared to the other side, but not having any judgment. Noticing, but no judgment. It is just as it is. If you want to extend the other leg, draw in and out a few times here. One more here. Before bringing both legs up, just draw in and out or rock gently side to side. Before taking the legs long once more, coming back to Shavasana. Letting the feet flop out to the side. Just giving the central nervous system that runs along the spine some time to send those messages to muscles to relax. You don't need to hang on anymore. As you breathe, breathe in and float your arms up and over to land on the floor behind you. Mindful of your body. If you have injuries through the shoulders, then please take the arms to wherever's most comfortable or even leave them by the side. So we move into a side bend here, looking a bit like a banana in this asana. A rhyme, a poet, and I didn't know it. Taking the left foot across to the left and letting the right leg join it. As you shuffle, lifting the shoulders and the head up off the floor and then shuffle them off to the left before placing them back down on the floor in this bendy position. Stretching all the way from the outside of the right little toe, all the way around along the outside of the right leg, right side of the hip and belly, ribs and armpit, all the way under the right arm up to the right little finger. Just feeling the breath move in the expanded right side. Letting go of anything underneath you that's holding you tense. Are you clenching through your feet, your buttocks, even your shoulders and jaw? Relax and let go. Surrender to the stretch. You breathe in and bring yourself back into the center. And taking the right foot off to the right, letting the left leg join it. Lifting the head and shoulders up to go off to the right as well. And again, feeling that stretch this time all the way along the left side of the body. And then letting go and surrendering, letting the breath relax the body. Nothing else to do. Just this in-breath. Just this out-breath. As you breathe in next, coming back into the center of the mat. Bringing the knees up over the chest. Perhaps you find the middle of the mat with your hands. Just release off once more here. Before placing the feet down, hip width apart and as close to the buttocks as you can manage. As we breathe in, we start to let the hands lift up off the floor, and as if you were a marionette doll with a string attached from your hands to your hips, ensuring your chin is tucked, breathing in, lifting up into shoulder bridge, and then breathing out, coming back down. Breathing in and breathing out. You could continue with this up and down, or if you had a block or a bolster and you felt to, you could support yourself underneath. If you want to, you can let the hands stay on the floor, or you can interlace the hands underneath you. Making sure your knees don't splay out or in, that they're still that hip width apart, and that the chin hasn't travelled up in space. Protecting the cervical spine. Before gently rolling down as if you could feel every vertebra like a link in a bike chain. Rolling down. And bringing the knees up, tucking the chin, coming up into this beautiful tucked womb position. And then reaching, crossing the feet at the ankles, reaching around to the big toes, or even just the outside of your pants if that works for you. Breathing in, lifting the feet up and over, breathing out, rolling on up to a seated position. Hello, we're back again. Beautiful. Coming here to just an easy sit for a lovely breath work, a lovely pranayama, Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breath. We're bringing the pointer and middle finger up to the middle of the forehead, and then this enables us to be able to block off with the thumb and the ring finger. So just placing the thumb onto the nostril, closing the eyes down, and just breathing in and out through that open nostril for a few breaths, just noticing what it's like. If you have any sinus issues or feel a bit claustrophobic in this, please feel free to just place the thumb there, but without pressing the nostril closed, just to get some sensation that that's what you're doing. Then opening the thumb up and placing the ring finger to shut off on the nostril on the other side. And again, a few breaths here, just through the in and out, through the open nostril. Then opening up, breathing a few breaths through both open nostrils. Closing off with the thumb, taking a breath in. There's a pause as you take the thumb off, place the ring finger on, breathe out, breathe in, pause and change, let the thumb come down, breathe out, breathe in, change to the ring finger, and continue here. For as many breaths as you feel free to pause and continue. And on your next out breath, Keeping the eyes closed, just resting the hands down. Just allow that process to occur, that breathing through both nostrils, that gratitude for breath, before gently opening the eyes once more. From here, bringing the soles of the feet together, either as close to you as comfortable, as far away as you need to, into this Baddha Konasana, this butterfly position. And just placing the hands somewhere on the calf or the ankle or the feet or the toes as you take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just lowering yourself forward using the weight of your elbows or hands onto your knees. Just tuck the chin, let the head hang. Just a few breaths here. Before gently coming up and keeping the left foot where it is, letting the right leg extend long. Taking the left hand to the outside of the right leg, the leg that's long, and the right hand on the floor, gently behind. Use that hand on the floor as you breathe in to push you up, as if a string's pulling you up through the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, you can use your hands to help lead you around into a twist as you feel your belly twist around. Your ribs gently move around, and your chest and your shoulders. You relax your shoulders down as you tuck your chin into this beautiful twist. Twisting into the adrenals, responsible for our fight-flight mechanism. Teaching ourselves in these twisted positions that we are safe. There's no Tyrannosaurus Rex coming to get us. We can be calm, we can breathe. Going a little deeper here, let the head come to look forward towards the foot. Bring the right hand up to the outside of the knee on that straight leg, and let the left hand slide down to either the calf, the foot, the ankle, or wrapping around the toe. Taking a breath in, lifting up through the hips, letting the space be created through the belly. As you gently twist around some more, tuck the chin, leaning down. We're just going to stay for perhaps 3 more breaths here. Letting the out breath soften you down. Where can you let go? Looking forward with your head, keeping that twist into the side, look to the toe. Bring the hands both towards the calf or the ankle or the toes, and then gently drop the head towards the knee. Letting go, softening here. And a great opportunity to feel the breath move through not just the belly, but also through the chest and into the back. And on the next out breath, let the hands gently walk you back up. Just come to rebound in the middle with that butterfly position again. And then we'll extend the left leg long. The right sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh as you take the right hand to the outside of the left leg, left hand behind. Taking a breath in, that imaginary string pulling you up tall. As you breathe out, that lovely twist around from the belly. Imagining that ringing out through the internal organs. Before coming to that first layer of resistance, tucking the chin, relaxing the shoulders. Just letting the breath work its magic in our bodies and also in our minds. Calming and soothing. Coming down to our next level, looking forward with the head but keeping the twist engaged through the belly. As you move your left hand to the outside of the knee, the right hand sliding down to wherever's comfortable for you today. As you breathe in and breathe out, twisting a little more, letting the head, the weight of the head, draw you forwards. Two more breaths here. You let your gaze look forwards to the toe, moving the hands to wherever's comfortable for you, letting the weight of the head bringing you down. Letting everything soften. You're holding on through your thigh or your glutes, even your toes, your shoulders. And as you breathe in, looking forwards, walking the hands back up. Coming back to, once more, sit in that butterfly position, letting yourself fold forward like we did originally. And just noticing whatever it is you notice here. Breathe in, coming back on up. So we come around onto all fours here. So remembering, if you need support under your knees, you can pop a blanket under there. Remembering to be mindful of your wrists also. So if being here in this position with your wrists is not comfortable, with your shoulders directly over your wrists, take them forwards a little bit more just to take some pressure. Or you can roll up your mat, roll something up so you've got a little bit more padding underneath. Making sure that you've got your joints stacked. And then when you look at your right hand, right knee and right foot, they're all in a line. And the same with the left. As you breathe in, let the tailbone lift up, the belly comes down towards the earth. As the head starts to look up and forwards. And then as you breathe out, tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, pressing the hands into the earth, tucking the chin, big cat stretch. And again, feeling those links in the chain, moving mindfully. Does every link move independently? Or does it feel a bit clunky, as if they're rusted together? This is one of the most beneficial postures, this cat-cow, that you can do for your body. So even if you did nothing else every day, 5 minutes of this cat-cow is just so beneficial for your spine and the central nervous system that it encases. Coming back to this neutral position. Slide the toes over to the right and then turn the head to look at them into this little twist here. And then off to the other side. So just moving slowly and twist into the side. Before coming back to the center, let the knees come wide, big toes come together. Press the buttocks back to the heels, stretching the hands forwards, And keeping the arms active here, sometimes quite nice just to let them flop to the floor, but we want active arms here. So the elbows are off the floor as you can rest your head here. Just feeling as you breathe in, you could press your hands into the floor and you could gently look forwards. And then relax. Then this time as you breathe in, let the hands walk off to the right. Pressing the head back down. Feel that stretch all the way from the outside of the little finger, all the way down the arm. Engaging through the heart meridian here. As you breathe in, lifting up, going off to the other side. And with your heart close to the floor, working into Anahata, the heart chakra. Grounding down to the earth. Feeling the love of the world as you breathe in and come forwards. As we breathe in, come back up onto all fours. And take the right foot back and tuck the toes under and just flex into the right calf here. Come forwards. And then bring that right knee all the way up to the right wrist. And then swing the right foot underneath you so that when you sink the left foot back, the right heel has that beautiful spot in your left hip there. Making sure that your left hip is forwards and not off to the right side, but forwards. You can stay here, or you can come down onto your elbows in this pigeon pose. You can even stretch forwards with your arms. Rest the head down. And again, where can you let go? Taking a few breaths. Making sure that your body's inviting you to be here. And the alternative, if this is no good for your right knee, stay there if it is, but just come back onto your back. Take your right foot onto your left knee and just draw that left leg up. You can use a strap if you need to draw that down. So you're working to the same area, but you're just taking the stress off your knee. If you're on your back, just taking that foot off and changing to the other side. From here, if you're in pigeon, tuck the back toe of the left leg back and come into this plank position. And making sure that you're not up, you haven't got to sway back. You're a plank, you're nice and straight. Before putting the knees down, this time sliding the left knee to the left wrist. Tucking the left foot underneath you as you slide the right foot back. And again, what you could do on the other side, you may not be able to do on this side. It's totally up to your body. Your body, not my body. And then just breathing here. If you're on your back, we'll come back onto all fours. If you're in pigeon, coming up, tucking that right toe back under, moving back through into plank once more, before placing the knees on the floor and lowering yourself down, and stretching the hands forwards in front of you, placing either the forehead or the cheek on the floor. So we come to rest here. So just like Shavasana on your back, resting pose here. Feeling the breath as the belly pushes into the floor. Feeling the back rise. Filling up. Letting go. As you come up now onto your elbows under your shoulders, your fingers spread wide and your middle fingers pointing forwards. Let your toes turn inwards so your big toes are touching. And take a breath in. As you breathe in, press your hands into the floor. Let your gaze come forwards. Then as you breathe out, tuck your chin, press into your elbows, lift your belly button up towards your spine as your pubic bone lifts off the floor. So breathing in, press the palms down, shoulders slide back, looking forwards. Breathing out, pressing into the elbows, tucking the chin, pulling the pubic bone, so feeling those abdominals engage. Just one more here. So it's quite strong, you might feel some shaking. And coming back to neutral. Bringing the hands under the shoulders, tucking the toes, lifting up onto the knees. Bringing the knees wide, the big toes together. Pressing the hips and buttocks back. Coming forwards once more to child, pose of the child, child's pose. And you can either rest your forehead down. You can bring your arms by your side. If you don't need your knees wide to accommodate bellies, feel free to bring them close together. If your head doesn't touch the floor here, stack the hands so that you can rest in this counter pose. Breathe in, making your way onto your backs once more. Getting yourself comfortable. Bringing the knees up over the chest. Just releasing the lower back a few times. Before letting the legs go long, if you have a bolster or a blanket that you'd like to put under your knees. If you have a blanket, if it's cold. If you have an eye pillow to place over your eyes. So coming to rest in that comfortable resting pose for Shavasana. Making those final adjustments, perhaps letting the head gently rock from side to side, shuffling the shoulders and the hands, wiggling the hips, the legs, the toes, until you can come to that place of stillness. Acclimatize yourself to the sounds you can hear. There might be traffic passing, people in other rooms. You might have music playing. Just noticing the sounds, letting them drift in and out, just like your breath, drifting in and out. As you feel the weight of your heels into the earth, letting your toes flop out to the side. The weight of your legs, feeling your buttocks, and your back, or the gentle arch under your back. The weight of your upper back and shoulders. Feeling the length of the arms, the palms turned up, the backs of the fingers on the floor. Notice the small archway underneath your neck. Is your head weighted down on the floor? Your whole body still and relaxed. Nothing else to do. Breath coming in, the breath going out. The in-breath filling you with fresh oxygen, going to every cell in your body, renewing, replenishing, replacing. Then there's a pause between the in and the out. Then the out breath carries away whatever it is that no longer serves you. Letting it go. Let it take the toxins. The toxins can be physical, or it can be emotional. And the in-breath, breathing in, gathering up any troubles or thoughts that you don't really need to hang on to. That argument you had with your partner is gone. Breathe out, let it go. That stress about what you need to do tomorrow, you're just imagining it. It hasn't happened. Let it go. All we really have is this in-breath and this out-breath. After your next out breath, getting to once more be aware of your surroundings, aware of the room that you're in, the place, the space, noticing the contact your body has with the floor. As you begin to let your breath lengthen, begin to bring movement back to your fingers, back to your toes, beginning to stretch and move as you do when you awaken from a beautiful slumber. Bringing the knees one at a time up over the chest, gently release before rolling to your right side and pausing there. So rolling all the way to the right as if you were resting in your bed. And then with helping hands, pressing yourself up to that comfortable seated easy position. Bringing the hands into prayer in front of you, Anjali Mudra. And bringing the hands up to the forehead, clarity of thought. Bringing the hands to the lips, purity of speech. bringing the hands to the heart. Love and compassion for all beings. May you be free from inner and outer harm. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. And may you look after yourself and all those around you most joyfully. Namaste.